before it even happened, you guys have always just, stay safe or picked up a meal or two here for deputies on the road. I mean, the support's absolutely been awesome. So I haven't really seen anything change because you guys were already great to begin with. So, I mean, great exposure to see what we're doing, but for the most part, I really haven't seen much of a change.
And support from everywhere, because I know I've met people from LA, Ontario, Minneapolis, New Jersey, North Carolina. You guys came far and wide today.
Listen, I do have to say that
everywhere.
Since LivePD, Friday and Saturday nights, there is like no crime.
Oh, yeah.
We drive around and you're like, nobody wants to be on national television.
People are going to look for it too.
Yeah.
It's hard.
As far as, so the three of us are always working together. Different schedules. I work 6 to 6. I think Nick's 6 to 6 now,
Yep.
7 to 6. Mark's 2 to 3, something like that. So I can honestly say the three of us are always hunting, out looking. We're very proactive, but on Fridays and Saturdays, it kind of sucks. I mean, I'm glad the crime is down. I find myself twiddling my thumbs sometimes because everybody's either watching it or people don't want to be on TV. So
it would almost be beneficial for every agency in the entire country to have LivePD because every day, because then there'd be no crime. They wouldn't break it, nothing would steal nobody's stuff.
How do you think it has helped bridge that gap between citizens and officers? Even though my community outreach, area unit, we do a great job too. Just we do a great job. But for LivePD, for you guys, has it helped bridge?
Yeah. You guys get to see, because some people think, hey, the cops just sit under an oak tree and don't do nothing, and that's definitely not it. I promise you. If there is a guy that does that, they don't work here anymore. The sheriff makes sure of that. I promise you, he does. He doesn't let that happen. So it just shows you guys that we're going call to call to call. For a 12-hour shift, some guys will see 20 to 30 calls a night, and they'll take 5-6 reports, and you have to have those reports done that night. So if you're not going to the next call, they're typing. So it's extremely hard. Some of it's very taxing. And after a 12-hour shift, that's why most cops go home and they go right to sleep because they're just wore out. It's 12 hours of mayhem and they just want to go to bed.
I love the mayhem. So for me, it's been more of bridging the gap between my friends. My friends think that I probably sit under a tree and just eat donuts all day.
We love donuts.
Made fun of me, and then I've been in 3 pursuits on LivePD, and every time I get home, my phone's just blowing up, and they can't believe that we're doing what we're doing. So, that's on a daily basis. Our guys are out there just going crazy. So for me, it definitely has bridged the gap, and I've gotten a lot more respect, I think, from people.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Clap it up. There we go. Okay. Did all 3 of you always want to be in law enforcement? I feel like we've answered this on tweet-alongs. I'm just saying, for all of them, exactly. For those that follow. But for those of you that don't, have you all always wanted to be in law enforcement?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a cop. Ever since I was in high school, my uncle was a cop. He actually worked here for 13 years. He went to another agency that's just a little south of here that he works at now. So I've always heard stories and done stuff, so I've always wanted to be a cop. And then I got out of high school and went to the academy and worked while I did it, and then finally started here 6 years ago.
I was prior service. I recently came home from a deployment in Afghanistan. And I needed something fast-paced, something I was going to stay on my feet, and it just seemed like a perfect job. So,
Then leave it on until we're ready to take it off.
For me, no. I actually I came out of high school working for my parents as a real estate appraiser. And the market kind of went down in 2007. I found myself needing a job. So I actually with Hernando County was a dispatcher for a couple of years. Actually, my former supervisor is in the crowd somewhere. Where you at, Jamie? Anyways, Pasco actually sponsored me. They paid me full time to go to the academy. It was easy decision, answering phones, 911 calls, things like that. I became really close friends with a lot of Hernando cops, and I just found myself wanting to go to that stabbing or that domestic or helping out a child who was, missing. Like, I just found myself wanting to be out there. So as soon as it happened, as soon as I was released on my own, I just knew it was it for me.
All right. What advice would you guys give to someone that wants to go into law enforcement or a specialty unit? Anyone?
So you mean like So if you want to go into law enforcement, it's a lot of hard work. You got to go to the academy.
Okay.
Some states are different, right? Florida, you got to pay yourself. Up north, most of the time, the agency actually pays for you to go. It's hard to get in a specialty unit like K9 or something else. There's a lot of work involved. You got to work really hard, and then it's not relaxing. Like you don't make the specialty unit and then get to sit back and relax. You have to do a lot of work after that and keep up. So it's a lot of work. Just you just got to push hard. Get to where you want to get.
I'd say don't give up. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Just keep going. You're gonna get a lot of doors kind of shut in your face, but make it happen. Yogi's a little wound up. If you need to pick up a part-time job to be able to go to the academy, do it. And I know 6 months, 9 months seems like a lot every day when you're there for 8 hours, but it's well worth it. Just don't give up. Just make it happen.